What if the shame around tattoos was never about morality, but about control? For centuries, people have been told that marking their bodies is sinful, defiling, unholy. But that raises a strange question. If tattoos are meaningless, why did powerful institutions work so hard to stop them? Long before modern religions spread across continents, humans were already marking their skin. Ancient cultures used tattoos as rites of passage, symbols of identity, protection, belonging. Across Polynesia, North Africa, and parts of Asia, tattoos carried social and spiritual meaning. They were not decoration, they were language. A permanent story written on the body. But something changed. As organized religions expanded, attitudes toward the body hardened. Certain traditions began discouraging permanent markings, often citing sacred texts or interpretations that framed the body as something that must remain untouched. The message slowly spread: your body is not yours to mark. It belongs to something higher. This is where psychology enters the story. Shame is one of the most powerful tools for shaping behavior. When a person feels ashamed of their body, they become easier to control. They hide. They comply. They look outward for approval. If you convince someone that their natural expression is wrong, you don't have to force obedience. They will enforce it on themselves. Tattoos disrupt that system, because a tattoo is permanent. It says, "This is my body, this is my story, this is my decision." And that level of ownership can make institutions uncomfortable, not because ink is dangerous, but because autonomy is. That's why many people with tattoos describe a strange tension. They feel proud of their ink, yet somewhere in the background, there's still a whisper of shame.
A voice that says, "What will people think? Is this wrong? Am I disrespecting something sacred?"
This is the psychological trap. The external rule becomes an internal voice. Even when the authority disappears, the shame remains. And once shame is internalized, control becomes invisible. You no longer need someone telling you what to do. You police yourself. But something interesting is happening today. More people are questioning these inherited ideas. They're asking, who decided the body must remain untouched? Why does self-expression threaten authority? And why does shame still follow something as simple as ink on skin? For many people, a tattoo becomes more than art. It becomes a declaration, a statement that identity does not have to be approved by tradition, institutions, or social pressure. Not everyone sees it that way, but the symbolism is powerful. So the real question isn't whether tattoos are right or wrong. The deeper question is this: who gets to decide what you do with your body? If the answer is always someone else, then shame will always have power. But if the answer is you, then ink stops being rebellion and becomes ownership. Your body tells your story. The question is, who holds the pen?